It's nice being people's friends.
It really
All
is.
right, so
It's as
we
nice as
just
a
gotta.
dress with pockets. Hi, everybody. How you doing today?
Can you tilt your camera down?
Oh,
Oh,
not me.
you know what? It is a little odd, isn't it?
Like it's all we see is forehead. Like
There we go. Oh, my
thank
shirt's crooked.
shit.
Okay.
All
Hi,
right.
everybody.
Listen, we had to do this on a different platform because the last one was fucking up, so we decided to switch over
Yeah,
here.
my
It's much more
internet
easier.
had never acted like that before. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I think that that platform has a weird way of working with the internet,
Mm.
so we're just back on the old, good old stomping ground. So it's gonna look really different than the last 5 episodes we've done.
We're
So,
changing it
oh
up.
well,
Yeah, it's our
oh
prerogative.
well.
I actually like it like this. It feels very even and balanced when I'm looking.
Yeah, I gotta do more editing after this, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
the only thing I don't like is you being in the center, all kabuki like. But you know,
I'm not in this. I'm not in the center of mine. I'm on the.
oh,
I'm on
you're
the left hand
not.
side.
Who's in the center of
I'm on
yours?
the left hand side of
You.
my computer.
Well, who, I'm in the center of both of y'all because for me,
Yeah,
Ken's chubby face is in the center, and Star, you're on the end.
That was a
I'm on the
sentence.
left hand side of my computer.
That was a
That was rude.
sentence.
Well, see, you do have a chubby face. It's your baby face. It's so cute.
This, Yvonne has been reading me for the past 45 minutes.
Because I love you.
Oh
I
bullshit.
love you. And I
Anyway,
sent you a
this
special gift so you could like love yourself.
yeah, I use it for something.
To love yourself.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What was he talking about before we cut out?
We were sending condolences.
Ah, yes. So previously, we want to send our condolences to a friend of ours, Nico, Mr. Aesthetics. His family member had passed away, so we want to say all the hugs and loves to him and everything and his family during this time.
Mm, it's a hard one, yeah. So definitely. And Star Mother, you were saying before, oh boy, that was a burp from deep in the soul.
Mhm.
Um I'm sorry. It just when it's coming, it's coming. It's bad to hold it in when you get a certain age. But yeah, check on people. Check on people. You never know.
Yeah, check on your family. Take care of yourself as well. You never know when tomorrow's going to bring.
Wow. That's super sad. So I don't know how we come back from that.
Well,
Other,
I went on a date.
oh, okay, there we go. That'll bring us back. Okay, tell us about it.
um, I think we've been on like 2 dates now. The first one
Oh,
we went
so
around.
he liked what he saw and he wanted to come back for more. Good for you. Good for you.
I don't know what you mean by that. I'm gonna pretend I don't. I'm gonna pretend. I'm gonna pretend that there's no
What
shade
you-
coming from that.
so what you're saying is he saw this and said more.
More. Yes, that's yes. Good for
Mm-hmm.
you, girl. Go ahead, tell us.
Yeah. Anyways, como se dice? I don't even remember what we did for our first date. I think we walked around
That's
like
a
the.
damn shame.
I remember we ended up playing board games, and the first board game we played was Uno, and we both almost crashed out. And
Oh,
then I
It's,
know that was.
no.
that's why they don't. That's why they shouldn't bring it to casinos. Because if you think people get pissed off when they don't win the fucking slot
Yeah,
machine,
it can be a
that's gonna be
little
a whole
hard.
fight in hell.
It can be a little challenging for relationships.
Yeah. And then
Worse than AIDS.
we play that little, that game where you have like the ice blocks together and you knock them off one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
So
You okay, honey?
Someone's cutting the grass, and as soon as they did it, I started to water, and
them
yeah,
allergies.
yeah. So, did the date end in sex or what? Let's get to the point.
No, we didn't. We
Mm.
were. I was a good child.
Or at least he's somewhat of a
Good,
classy girl.
good. So you kept your legs closed. Good. So that
Uh,
sort of led into the second date.
You clap your legs closed,
and
but
then
did
we
you
went
open
to
your
go
mouth?
watch Superman,
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
and there
So
was
good for
still
you,
no
girl. He
opening of
took
my
you out in
legs.
public. Go ahead, girl. Step.
Yes, it's the
now let me
first time
just
a
say this
black
real
man
quick.
took me out in public in a long
Ooh, lovely.
time.
Ooh, he was black.
No,
Yes,
I like this. I really do like this.
he's from the
Do we like him?
Bronx.
Do we
We
like
like
him?
him so far. We like him so
Do
far.
I know him?
I don't know if you know him, but he was from the Bronx.
Send me a picture if I know him.
I feel like
He's
I know him. Two
Jamaican, Puerto
dates.
Rican, and Dominican, so that's the reason why I'm just like, oh Jesus.
Oh, a trifecta.
Yeah, I see your
Okay.
eyes, Ken, and I also see
Either either he's swinging a lot or he's really emotionally unstable. No
exactly
shade to
Or
anyone who got
both.
that combination.
Sweet.
Just saying.
So, but
because he told me
where do
like
you?
he do got a little bit of a crash out in him, and he gets it from his mama. He told me that up front, so I was like, well, thank you for
Uh,
that.
I don't. Okay, I don't know if I like what. What? He is a crap.
Yeah, you might want to keep that mace close.
Right, sir. We've had a total of 2 dates, and you're already telling me some weird shit. What?
I had a
It's
guy in
military.
Bahamas.
It's military, beloved. You can't like don't
No.
judge them based
You
off of
know,
normal human
you know,
standards.
during the
We
Navy
trauma
SEAL
bond.
Wars, they would find them.
We trauma
Okay.
bond here.
All right. Well, let's put a bow on this. He sounds
Yeah,
attractive.
it's such a good time.
Is he your type?
Oh, he is, and he yes. See, why I have to think about that is,
Yeah, because I was going to say,
um,
why was there a pause? There was a heavy, the air was thick. Why was there a pause there?
he's younger. I keep having to deal with
It's
younger men.
always
That's
going to
the
be younger
issue.
with you. I knew he wasn't going to be your age. Just tell me he not 12 and we'll just move on.
No, he's of legal age. Just all my dating options, just for some reason, don't want to be.
Your age, I know. You just
How
like
old is
younger
he?
men. Just say it.
I like men. I like men.
Okay.
I like
How old
men.
is he?
How old is he?
19.
I figured. I figured.
Oh,
But you know
he's in
what?
the cradle.
Good for you. Good for you. Get them,
They're young and spunky.
train them the way you like them, and take
Okay,
care of
let's
you
stop this
when you're
conversation because this
geriatric.
led to someone going to jail.
What? Okay.
Excuse you?
Right.
Let's stop this conversation
19
because
is a
other
good
people have said the
solid
same thing.
age. Well done, dear. Well done.
At least you're not 46 like some people.
Who's 46?
No, I'm talking about grown ass men who do that to
I
19
mean,
Oh,
that's a
okay.
little. That's 46 is seasoned. I remember when I was 46. It was a nice year.
Season honey is flipped on the other side and cooked.
I remember when I was 46. It was a good year. It was a good
Good joke.
time.
That was a good
I believe
joke.
I think Obama was still president. I'm not sure, but it was a good time was had. A good time was had.
Obama was
You
still
know, I
president.
just always find it so funny because, like, I really don't ever think of you being that old, Yvonne.
I know. I was getting a pack of cigarettes earlier, and the lady carded me. Yes.
I
I was
love
like,
that for you.
oh, I know, at the gas station. And then some gentleman held the door open for me, and he was trying to flirt with me. I was still so high from her, like asking to see my ID. I was like, oh, I haven't had this happen forever. And then how people say, oh yeah, it happens to me all the time. The lady was like, I'm 46. She looked older.
Ooh,
She maybe if she had all her teeth, she would have looked, a little younger. But I live in Tennessee. There, just setting the scene for you. So
you got what you
but
got.
right, you have to play that game. When she was like, "Girl, I get that all the time. I'm 46," and then again, the air was thick. What am I supposed to say, ma'am? You look every bit of 56. I'm sorry, you can't look, you know, fresh out the womb like me. I'm sorry.
This is why not everything can be recorded when we have conversations.
I know what you're talking about. She's being on her best behavior.
I am. I have not
Is
mentioned
this
any.
her best
I
behavior?
have not mentioned
And
any
again, the last
illicit
conversation we had with Phoenix,
or
thank God the
illegal
recording button was not
activities.
on.
The cursey words have all but vanished from my vocabulary. What more do you want from me? You just want me to be
Until she
silent?
gets to the Reddit story, and then that's a totally different scenario.
What Reddit? I didn't cuss during the Reddit story, did I?
No, until you get to your Reddit story, and then you'll find someone to be like, "This motherfucker."
I'm a changed woman. I do not I do not use the cussy words anymore. I mean,
The cussy words, my ass.
see, you might want to become a changed woman. You might need to find the Lord. Anyway, let's move on.
Mm.
I, fo-
All of a sudden, she's holy and sanctified.
I found my
The Lord's
salvation.
trying to tell you something.
The Lord is trying to tell you something. I found my
All
salvation,
right,
babies. Look at this smile. This smile is like sugar don't melt. Look at this. I
Oh,
found my
oh my god,
salvation.
I'm done. All right,
Mm-mm.
so we're gonna start this off. This is Yvonne's pick, and I state I do not
Yes.
stand with this at all. This is her choice.
Yes. So, fair warning, I didn't know that this was my choice up until about a couple of days ago, and I was like, "What?" So,
I told you in advance,
a couple of days ago, yeah.
and that's it. Okay.
I need preparation. Like, I am, believe it or not, I'm a professional. I need a little lead time for these things. But being the professional, oh, hello?
We've gone dark. Oh, okay.
I know
Oh,
the lights
We're
went
still
out.
here.
We didn't pay the
oh,
bills.
oh,
We
ma'am.
still here.
Oh,
I just
okay.
had to put the share screen up.
That's
Oh,
that's the uh that's the
that's
show of the week.
Yes.
the show of the
This is
week.
what Yvonne chose.
I
Okay.
so let me give a little backstory.
Let her go ahead.
So years ago, I found these, and I absolutely adored Animan Studios. And I was doing something, and I know what I was. I was on Blue Sky on my on my page, and I follow a lot of people. And someone put up one of his videos, and I was like, I haven't seen these in years. So I went back and looked at all of them, fell in love with them all over again. The first one that I love is what is it, Axel in Harlem? Absolutely adore that. Um, I
Mm.
yes, I adore the dialogue is the corniest. The animation is the funniest. It's just raunchy, fun,
Woo!
raunchy, fun. But I do love, I think what I love the most about it is the style that, especially some of the other animated series, the 50s kind of father knows best kind of ish kind of thing. And it turns it on its ear. You know me, I always think the patriarchy is kind of performative anyway. I think it's a kink. And so I think this falls
Uh,
into that. Into what? You don't think it's a
no, I've
kink?
never heard you use the word kink to describe the patriarchy. It makes
I
sense. It makes
Yeah,
sense. But I'm gonna
I
let you
think
finish.
like
I'm gonna let you finish.
no, no, a trad wife, all that stuff. I think I think a lot of these make America great. I think all of it is a kink. It's a real sex kink that they want to force people into without our consent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so performative, and this turns that 50s kind of feel on its ear, and I love it. It's silly, it's the dialogue is just the funny, but you know what, also too, it's very diverse because it has black characters, it has Latino characters, it has
Yeah.
Asian characters, it has um it's extremely diverse. Oh, what's going on here? There's a lot of stuff there's words on the screen. Okay. And
Yep.
there, it's
Sorry.
very
I'm figuring
diverse,
shit
and
out.
just it's very
It's
diverse. I'm sorry, Star Mother. Go ahead.
it's fine. No, it's more so I just think about it like I remember my first one. I still remember my first one. And it definitely changed my life. Anyman Studios, their first one definitely
When
changed the trajectory of my life. Yes.
when did you first give me your first experience? Because these are, I think they started about what, 2016, 2015, somewhere around there.
I think around 2014, to be honest with you.
Mm.
But I don't remember which one, but it was the one where they had the night party, and then
The twist where they were all
yes,
dancing. Yeah.
yeah, and things got crazy, and it kind of like rewired the brain a little bit. I was like, maybe body hair isn't so bad after all.
You know what? I was telling that to Nico. I
Oh,
said, I realized I remember why I like big booties and titties on men. I had lost that. Thank you, Animan Studios, for bringing that back to me. That love. Thank you.
How are those Zoom calls going?
How are those? What?
Zoom
How
calls.
are those?
Oh, you mean the weekly kind of get-togethers? They're
Yeah.
fun. They're still fun. We have a really diverse discussion on a lot of things. With everybody. What Star
No, it's
Mother?
because
Why
that's
that
Nico's
say
tagline.
what?
Come to the lives where we have a diverse discussion.
Oh, am I parroting his tagline? Really?
Yes. I don't
But
think
we
you meant to, but
do.
that is.
I didn't mean to. I really didn't. But we do. We have a very diverse discussion. This past week we were talking about libertarians.
Oh.
I know. Who'd have thought? You come for the big titties and the ass. you stay for the discussion on libertarianism, and it was a deep, deep discussion.
Mm.
Ken, do you have any special moments or memories about Animan Studios or any of the fun animations? Because when I brought it up, you were like, "Oh dear Lord," which made me
I
think.
remember watching it and I was just like, "What is this ridiculous fucking thing that I'm watching right now?" It's just like it's so stupid,
Yeah,
But
but it
but
had
it's also like
is what
I get it, but I'm also kind of like, why? Just
did it
why?
not just like tickle your funny bone, like especially the dialogue?
A little bit, but I'm also just like, this is so. Who sat here and made this? I'm sorry.
hey, like one of the things about that section of the internet is there's not a lot of competition, nor is there a whole lot of people like adding to it.
Right, right. I mean,
So
he like
therefore,
so many people were touched by it, like you said, that because there wasn't a lot of that out there. You know what I mean? I wondered. I for a long time I wondered why he only had a certain because he only has a certain set in the series. I'm not sure if he's still alive. I've like read so many Reddit theories, so I don't know what's why he
I
stopped. Or
the biggest thing was pirating.
yeah,
He
I
had a
did read
really
about that.
big issue with pirating, and he was just like, if y'all keep pirating my stuff, then I'm not going to continue to make it. Um,
Which makes sense because you can tell that the animation did take, time and thought. Like
yes.
that's, so I could definitely respect that would be something that you would pay. And you wonder like if he did it now, if people would pay like to like a porn site, or some kind of, you know what I mean?
I think people would pay for it on Patreon, but that's mainly just because
Yeah,
Patreon is kind of
Patreon
the prime
Well, like
place to do that
no,
stuff.
no, that's not the guy who has one. There's another guy who does it. He does it like The Sims and shit like
with
that.
the
But he has
Sims.
his own.
I thought about getting into that, like because I use I use a lot of mods on my Sims, Wicked Whims, and all that stuff. Shout out
Mm.
to Wicked Whims and Turbo Driver. That's I can't play vanilla Sims now. If the Sims ain't
You
taking
probably
off
need
his
it.
clothes and spreading it
You
low and
probably
dropping
need
it
a
wide,
desktop
I
fan.
can't.
Your shit probably
I
don't work.
can't. I'm like, why is this Sim just walking down the street? Why is he not twerking? Why is he?
Oh, anything else about the show of the week that you wanted to say?
I mean, if you haven't seen them, please watch them. Start with the most famous one, which is apparently a meme. I missed out on the memeification of this. Axel in Harlem. Uh, you will absolutely adore it. And then I think there's like,
It's always just someone with a big ass and like a twink who's like 110 pounds soaking
wait,
You
wet.
wait,
came
I
in and
didn't
out
hear.
for that one. You
You
went
came in and
underwater a little
out,
bit.
right? What'd you say?
I said there's always somebody with like a big ass who's like a twink who's like 110 pounds soaking wet. It's just
Yeah,
like
but don't you know Twinks usually do be having the biggest stuff because the weight got
Yep.
to go somewhere. The
All
weight
the way
this
has to
goes
go
somewhere.
somewhere.
conversation.
It's physics. It's physics. So
Oh no, we get into fucking physics. Great.
but I can promise you the animation is incredible. The dialogue is hilarious, but the
It's
animation is
stupid.
actually incredible. And there's a whole slew of them out there. If you get a chance to find them, they're really like diamonds in the rough. That if you get a chance to look at them, you're. And apparently there's some parodies too, like a Scooby Doo and things like that. I've never seen the parodies. I've only seen the little 15-minute uh little vignettes. I guess you call them. I don't know what you call them.
That reminds me of the Teen Titans one that I saw once upon a time. That one also rewired my brain. That one,
Wait, there was an adult Teen Titans
yeah, they were really good about that one.
with
It was
nudity?
Jinx and Cyborg and Raven and
With nudity?
oh, they was going at they did the
Graphic?
thing.
Now
Cyborg
that's
had multiple different, and he was wrapping people up,
oh my god. Well,
and there
Cyborg on
was
that wasn't he 18? He was the only
yes,
one that was 18, right? It was like
I
the
can't.
age ranges were like Cyborg is 18, Robin's like 17 or something like that.
Starfire is an alien.
Starfire. Well, there was another one with Starfire and Robin when they were older. I don't know if they
Oh
were
yeah.
older, but anyway, they were clearly fucking, and it was very adult focused, and it was like, whoa, I don't
This
know if I
kid's
like the
shop.
Teen Titans like this, guys. Like, hold up, I know that they're teens, I know that they're becoming adults, but you know,
Well, I was a teenager when I found it, so I felt no
right?
guilt.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I'm always kind of mortified when I do come across a site and they take those shows with like they'll take The Simpsons, like Bart, and they'd be like, "Whoa, Bart's doing what now? Wait a minute, hold on."
I
You
don't
know?
like those because I'll see those ads sometimes on the different websites, and I'll always be so
Right.
upset about it because it's just like, you know, that's a child, and they may be a cartoon, but I would like to be able to consent to this experience, and I'm
Yeah,
not consenting.
yeah, I don't. My brain doesn't like those. I don't. I come across stuff like that too for commercials, and it's like I don't want to see. Hey Arnold, like this. Please don't do this.
Yeah, not a
Okay, Ken
Arnold.
apparently wants
Oh, you
to.
should see the Disney ones.
I don't want to see the little princess like this.
Honey, I
Oh, but I
saw
do
one.
want
What
to
was
see
it?
Gaston like that.
What was the one with what was it? Eric, Prince Eric, and Kristoff in the barn get it? Oh,
I don't.
girl, they was getting
I
it
don't.
in. There was one with Tarzan and the guy from Milo
I
from
think I've seen
Atlantis
one or two
tearing
of the
it up,
Tarzan
honey.
ones. I don't.
Milo was tearing it up for Tarzan. You hear me?
But this brings me to another point, sort of similar. Do you know? Did you hear about that little the girl? Not the Catch Me Outside girl, Lil Tay,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and she just turned 18 and made $1 million by releasing her
Mm-hmm.
OnlyFans on her 18th at midnight on her 18th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
This world is an interesting world.
And she made $1 million in 3 hours.
In 3 hours, and like $30,000 in tips or something like that. And I'm like, what? At first, when they said it, I'm like, I
I just
just
think
keep
like
seeing her as
examples
the
like
little
that.
girl, huh?
I mean, like examples like that, and y'all still trying to justify certain things from men.
Yeah, men are the worst. I just when I was reading the story, I'm like, how? I don't know. I guess because my mind still sees her as that little girl spouting stupid shit, with the stack of money and stuff.
A stroke of a clock does not indicate adulthood. This is like
Apparently, for some people, it does.
I mean, we also have to remember this is the same society that had radio shows that were counting down multiple different artists' 18th birthdays. Like, I remember Billie Eilish, they
Hmm.
were real disgusting about her when she turned 18. And she did everything in her power not to be objectified and, like,
Right,
sexualized before then.
right, right, right. And I just wonder, like, so what happens when they become like 18 and 1 month? They're just disposable. They're God. You're just get rid of it. It's old now. It's
We saw what we wanted to see, now we're moving on.
just go get your social security check. Ew,
like
ew.
literally 2 seconds after midnight. Oh, now it's okay to talk objectively about her. I'm
Oh,
like,
they were talking
I
about her
mean,
objectively before then.
that's probably a good possibility that if someone put in their credit card at midnight, they were planning and objectifying this
they just
person well
said,
before.
"Sweet,
Right.
sweet, sweet,
Right.
midnight, got
I mean, did that happen?
it."
I don't think that happens even with Twink. Well, why am I saying that? Didn't the guy that went to jail for child porn?
Yeah, but that was a different. That's a similar, yes, in a similar vein, but not the same
Not the
scenario.
same, but you know what I mean. That
Mm.
Yeah, I get
yeah.
what you're saying.
So, but that made for some reason when you start talking about the
And what
Disney.
also like what other than like Brashard, what the fuck his name who played Hakeem from Empire? Like even him, but like what famous 18-year-old gay, like 17-year-old gay we know now that on their 18th birthday they made an OnlyFans?
That's what I was gonna ask. Is there
None.
anybody like?
No,
Would
there
that be
isn't.
a
Not to my knowledge,
would
at
that
least.
be a
But
Not that
that's
I
thing?
just
have seen.
because, well, gay men aren't objectifying teenagers to that extent openly, at least, where it's just like, oh, I can't wait till he turned 18. Like, they don't really say
They
that
don't
out
care.
loud.
And it don't stop them either.
It
It
don't
don't
matter.
stop
You
them,
don't
but it's just
care.
kind of like,
It don't stop them. Gay men just
18,
as bad as straight
17.
men.
Meh.
Like, oh, age ain't nothing but a number. Y'all took that song way too serious.
Oh yeah,
why would you listen
yeah.
to R. Kelly about these kinds of things?
That song, y'all took that song way too
R.
serious.
Kelly would not be the wisest of choice in this matter.
And it didn't click in no one's head when that song came out. I'd be like,
I know.
you hear what he's
It
saying,
didn't click
right?
in nobody's head when he married Aaliyah before she was 18.
Thank you. Y'all think Trump's gonna
Apparently, I
pardon
did.
R. Kelly?
No.
He's about to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell.
If he pardons Diddy, somebody's gonna be like, R. Kelly?
Just remember, this is also the same party of family values
It
that want to
is.
protect
It
children.
is. It is. Yes, family values.
Remember, I said this on Instagram. They say that that's their motto, but but they don't do it in practice,
No, in practice, they lower the age of consent so their relatives don't get in trouble for
which is
sleeping with
wild to me
someone
that that man
underage,
like
which actually happened
that man
in
should not
Utah.
be allowed to continue. That man should not be allowed to have a job anymore. I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
Not just a job, but he is in politics to,
He should be in
to
jail.
be able to decide those things. So he did. So the age of consent is lowered now in Utah to what?
13.
No, it's below 18.
No,
Remember
he
his
No,
said
it's at 13.
13.
13. Okay. It's yeah. Now wonderful
Great job.
folks that
Great job, people.
people
Great job of protecting children.
Republicans get in power and the first thing they do, we're going to lower the age of consent for children.
Just remember, drag queens were the problem.
Drag queens are the problem. Drag
Remember the Libertiquois were the problem.
Jesus don't like no drag queens, but
Them
Jesus okay
lead
with
booty
pedophiles.
chickens.
But let the next story about a gay man does anything with a foster kid and shit like that. That's what's plastered all over Fox News. But let a sitting member of government change a law to save a family member
Who had inappropriate relations with a child,
with a 13-year old.
with a child.
But I will
Because
also say this, and this isn't in defense, this is an explanation. When you have enough money, you can make things disappear.
yep,
Of
the
course.
rules are for thee, not for me.
So that's all that Congress member. If the Congress member didn't have that much money, then we wouldn't be in this situation.
I mean, that's why we're not seeing that Epstein list. Because what did somebody say? We have to think of the people on the list. We have to be cautious of that. We don't want to harm them. We don't want to
Oh
harm
no.
pedophiles. We don't harm rich pedophiles. Are you kidding me? Who
I
wants to
think
do
you can hear
that?
somebody mowing the lawn. Who's mowing their
That is
lawn
at
at
my
8
house.
p.m.?
That's I live in Tennessee.
Oh, that's you. Oh,
What
okay. I
part
was
of
like,
that
where the
didn't
fuck
you
is coming
understand when I told the story about the
from?
lady with the cigarette and teeth missing?
No, no,
People
no, no.
do
But
weird
that don't.
shit.
That still don't make sense to me. Like, is it dark outside or is it still
No,
bright?
no, sun's out. It's
Okay.
summertime. Sun's out, and they're probably mowing our lawn. To be honest with you,
Might be doing
we
that
have the
outside. Also,
lawn
it might be
people
down
come
the street from
out.
you.
Next week, the
Ah.
maids will come out. we're,
Oh
we're a
yes, the
bad
men
part of
with their big
town.
titties and scantily clothes
I
who bend
wish.
over at just the right angle for you.
I wish. I
That
wish.
remind me of Half and Half. There was a scene where Mona had like a guy come and clean her house, and he was like just in an apron and nothing else, and he like bent over as he was like vacuuming, and she just tilted her head and went.
Mm. I wish. I was
Speaking of,
Oh, I
working.
love that.
I was
Oh.
working towards that when I lived by myself in Charlotte, and I would.
Can we give a moment about Half and Half? How that TV show is fucking phenomenal.
we don't really talk
I don't
about
think
that.
I've.
We don't. They don't talk about that much in the zeitgeist as they used
They
to.
don't. That show is so funny. I don't know why they don't really. They bring it. They of course it's lumped in with like any black sitcom and everything, but that show is hilarious.
That was a show. I don't remember in particular, but that was a show that was like at the time of like the black height of like sitcoms, right?
Yeah, it was in the sphere of it all, but it was like so funny, like Big Didi and Phyllis's relationship. I'm like, let's be clear. As much as they went back and forth with each other, they were best friends.
I am so
They were
sorry about this
absolutely best
lawnmower.
friends.
I mean, he's getting closer.
Yeah, that's fine.
They were
I think it
best
is our
friends. I don't care what
lawnmower.
anybody says. Big Didi and Phyllis were fucking soulmates to each other. I guarantee you, if one of them moved away, they would not know what to do with them. The other one would not know what to do
I
with
don't know
themselves.
what a big DD and titty is, but yes, they are soulmates.
It's Phyllis.
Mm.
So I was just thinking
Don't
about
you
like,
love when Yvonne doesn't know something and she doesn't care? She just starts randomly naming shit like it's
Yes, because I'm not
nobody's
taking up the
read.
cognitive space to get to get it right.
fair enough.
Yes, Matthew, I'm not taking up the cognitive space to get it right. Let's move on.
Oh, uh,
Oh,
speaking of like, sorry to bring the topic back, we're just thinking about like
No, but
spaces where there's not a lot of like, there's a whole lot of real estate room to make money off of, but not many people really capitalize it on. I was just like, huh, there could be somebody who literally could just run a cleaning. Well, no, because there is a woman who does cleaning services topless.
hmm?
there's plenty of
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's.
but
I
like, there's
mean,
no men who capitalize off of that. Where it's just like, just be big
yeah,
muscle and
no woman is going to pay for that because you can get it for free. As I was about to tell my story, I was working
but
towards that
men
in
will.
Charlotte. Men, okay, so yeah. That's true. That's a fact. That's a Fendi fact that men would pay for that, but women, you could probably get that for free.
Is that
All you got to
Nico's
do
new
is
profession
finesse a
after
nigga,
he retires?
huh?
Is that Nico's new profession after he retires?
Yeah. If he takes
No,
if he
he
takes
he
the
don't like being
offer,
cold.
I'll give you four. I'll give you $300 if you come clean my room topless.
mm,
No, 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 not just topless. You can get that on Instagram for free.
topless and
You gonna
bottomless.
have
Yes.
yes, you gonna have
Come
at
over
least
and
be in
cook
the
a meal
jock
with just an
strap.
apron. Mm. I mean, there's
Oh
nothing
no, I
wrong with that.
dropped.
I no. Save that for your what's your trifecta? Jamaican,
Jamaican,
Irish.
Nigerian, and Haitian.
I
I
threw
thought he was
I threw
Dominican.
Irish in there too.
Oh
So
no, that boy. Oh, he's a skinny little twink with a whole lot of meat.
yeah,
Oh, I stand corrected. I was right.
save that for like, oops, I dropped the biscuits for him, girl.
He is. I
Mm.
need to see a picture of him. I might know this person.
How would we know? How would how?
how would you?
Right? Are
Is the
you
Bronx
You
saying
really
would be
that
surprised.
small?
right?
I know people.
I mean, it's possible that we know this person, but I
You say he
don't
lived in the Bronx. You never know. I could have caught him in the street
at,
one day.
with the street one day. At this point, he just described a caricature. Like, how would we know? He just a
I
Bronx.
said, send me a photo of him.
I ain't got nothing to lose.
I mean, don't send photos of people until like you like 4 or 5 dates
Not
in,
Oh, it's too
unless
late.
anything in this.
Well, it's already
I
too
need to
late.
expose just the face. That's all.
unless you think you're in danger, girl. Then you send pictures out. Like, this is the last nigga that saw me. Picture. Like, do that. If you think you're in danger, you send me a picture.
I usually do that. Usually will do that with friends. Like, hey, the last known address. This is the person I was with. This is the time that I left. If I don't message you by this time, then go ahead and just kind of like assume the worst.
And that's a wise thing to do for in this day and age for anyone. I don't care if you are a man, woman, trans. I don't care. People are crazy, and so you need to let your friends know who the last person was that was with you. And drop your Lolo. Don't feel bad about texting someone, or because that could be the difference between life and death. So, in all honesty, seriousness. That's
Yes,
my
you'll be
that's my
receiving my
that's TT's
condolences.
Vaughn's serious advice moment,
No, I do not know who he is, so I stand correct.
girl. Anyway,
I'm just saying. I could have
how many niggas in Brooklyn? How many
Brooklyn.
is
What are
it?
you talking about?
The
Where do you live?
Bronx.
The Bronx.
I live in a
I knew it started with a B. Oh, how many are
Oh, you
there?
got it was 1 out of 2 chances. Great job.
Shh. All right,
She's the teacher here.
whatever.
No,
I
she's a
say
school
I'm the
therapist.
psychologist.
Again, education,
No, no, no. It's very
knowledge.
different. Very, very different.
Right.
She's
You
not.
know something.
Whether that kid can read or not has nothing to do with her.
Nothing to do with me. Absolutely nothing.
She's just there to help with emotional regulation so this kid can be somewhat more
Did
productive.
he stab somebody with a pencil? All right, call the police.
Oh, our school system is failing, girl.
Have you met any
Actually,
sociopaths through your job?
probably. I actually, the funny thing is, reading and writing is actually part of my gig. I do a lot of cognitive testing and achievement testing. So, part of my job is to ensure that a child is on academic track, but also a large part of it is emotional regulation and things, any barriers that might impede a child to achieve or to access, as I like to say, to fully access that curriculum and be able to matriculate on to graduation. Hmm. That's actually my
Good.
job.
Wait, so you do high schoolers?
I work with high school. I work for my license is from birth to
Oh,
about 21, so I can work with college kids too.
okay.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
always thought you just
I,
did elementary schoolers. I don't know why.
well,
Not because
mostly
I. Oh, okay.
no. Mostly, we do work with elementary school, but you can work with different age range. You can specialize in pediatrics if you want. Is are you interested? Because there's a need for school psychologists and black school psychologists and male school psychologists. Oh my gosh, you could make a difference in so many children's lives. And gay children, gosh, I can't tell you how many queer and questioning children in middle school, high school, you know what I mean, that you step in and you're that first person maybe to kind of help them
She'd be
understand.
a good mother to somebody.
Oh
I
God,
it's
no. You know, mother. What's wrong with
no
you?
Jesus.
Not in this
Uh,
economy. Where there.
I used to want to be a psychologist,
You'd be a great
but
son.
the issue mainly became just like all the school for not enough to pay.
That's true.
Hmm.
It's not going to make you rich, but I will say this: with the situation that you're in when you retire from your first career that you're doing, I
Yeah.
don't think you will have to really worry about money, being an issue like that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the people who I've met in a similar situation as you do go into education precisely for that reason, that they don't have to worry about money, and they don't live paycheck to paycheck. So then now it becomes more of a passion. Like I want to help kids, thrive and discover, their best lives. And that's one of the reasons why I will continue to work in this field after I semi-retire.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I'm at a point where I don't need the money, but I do still like being challenged, and I still do like helping kids because you do directly help kids. And fun fact: when I was in Charlotte, I was part of a group that really focused on queer kids, kids that even simple things like when we write a report, um, using correct gender for the child,
Mm-hmm.
and not just the correct, the gender that, but allowing, you know, the proper, the way the person wants to be perceived, allowing that,
Honoring the patient.
and using that language, and basically standing up, especially for our older students that are in middle school and high school when they are starting to define who they are, standing up for them and helping them stand up to, sometimes the biggest thing, your parents, and kind
Yeah.
of being that go between, between the parent, and the child, so fun fact. So if you are interested, let me know. If anybody's interested in the comments, I will definitely answer any questions about it. It- it's a field that's wide open that definitely you won't get rich, but it does, it
It
branches
pays the
out.
bill.
It pays the bills and it branches out into different things. I'm a psychology professor also.
Oh.
That's scaring somebody. They're like, oh my God, we have fallen from grace. But yes, I am a psychology professor. So you can kind of monkey branch into other things. ICK is bored.
So are you a therapist that also, or you're a psychologist that also has a therapist?
You you can be a therapist if you like. If you can focus on therapy, if you like.
No, 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 no. I was asking you personally, mainly because I don't remember if you remember that TV series. It was on TNT. It had Ocho Cinco in it, and basically, like, he had a therapist, and like it was basically her trying to help him get through his performance issues. But then she
Was it
was
Yvonne and Zant? Was she trying to fix his life?
no, 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 not that
Oh,
one. It was like an actual TV series.
oh.
Um,
Because I was
With
about to say, I
Chad
could be a
Cinco?
therapist like that. I could help fix your life. I could be a life coach. You're doing it all wrong.
I know
You're
some
doing
people
it
really do
all.
not like Ayana, but okay,
You're doing it
that's
all
never
wrong,
mind.
baby. And
I was
whenever I
about to
read
say,
a Reddit and I'm sitting there, I feel like I'm life coaching somebody. Like, girl.
All right, so real quick, let's get into two things
Mm.
before we get to the Reddit story. First thing is first. The reason why I wanted to bombard
Oh yes, go
Yvonne's
ahead.
moment is for one reason, is because I am a not a makeup connoisseur, but I am very skillful and knowledgeable of makeup,
Hmm.
as you can tell.
Hmm.
Even if you think this is not blended, trust me, it is.
It's cute.
And I I wanted to talk about a brand that recently shut down because they failed to realize why they were wrong.
Oh, Mr. Brand.
The brand is called Euphoria.
Never.
If we was on the other platform, we had a whole presentation of this.
Oh, okay. No, I never heard of
It's
them.
not here. The brand is called Euphoria, and it was started by a woman who went on Shark Tank, who got invested by like I think Mark Cuban or something like that.
Hmm.
And her original background was in tech, actually,
Hmm.
which is hilarious.
Hmm.
and which is odd because like not even odd, just it's like actually interesting because most of the time people who start makeup brands don't actually have a background in actual makeup.
Really?
There's a fair amount of them that actually don't. You'd
Okay.
be surprised how many don't.
Hmm. It's
So
like people who start
this brand,
wineries. They don't have a background in wine. They have a background in
yeah,
finance.
yeah. So
Ooh, it
this one
wasn't.
had a background in
It's the
tech.
truth. Go to
There,
Napa
Euphoria was
Valley.
basically trying. Euphoria was basically like a blend of like found cosmetic makeup with skincare and
Mhm.
everything like that. So
A
you
little bit of
essentially get
everything.
better as you use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they came out with a foundation.
Mm.
This is where the controversy started. They came out with a
I'm
foundation,
feeling
and
like
a
we're not going to
girl.
see a lot of shade ranges here.
Oh no 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 no!
Okay.
So a girl on Instagram, I believe her Instagram name was Gloria. She's a beautiful, deep skinned woman,
Mhm.
and she did a review of the darkest shade, like most out of the content creators did. We've all saw this float around the internet a couple
Is
months
that the
ago.
one that was literally the color of?
Yes, she compared it to black face paint.
I think I saw
Black
that
face
and I was
paint.
like, girl,
And
no
Euphoria
undertone, no
had the
overtone,
nerve,
just black.
nothing. Now, for those of you who don't understand or wants to be obtuse about it and be like, "Well, it's still a foundation. Someone's dark enough for." It. I'm like, no, they're not.
That's yeah, that doesn't
You have to have an undertone for something
right.
for it to work.
Right.
For instance, what can I pull up that's like, no, that's frosted. I need something
Well, I
else.
mean, I think you explained it pretty well. Foundations operate on undertones and overtones, cool
Let me see
tones,
if you can
warm
pull something
tones.
I can
You know, there's a lot
So,
that goes into
look at this.
finding. Oh, bringing out the color palette. Yeah.
Look, this is a
There's
this is
Z
a
pack
bronzer and a blush palette by made by Mitchell,
and
that I
some
use very much.
color corrector,
Do
right?
you see? No, this is all blushes right
Okay.
here. This is all bronzers and some maybe they consider a contour. They all have different undertones.
Hmm.
That's why they look completely different from each other. This is dark.
Hmm.
Dark is one out of
That's
all of them,
dark and
but it
ashy.
has a different undertone. It's powder.
Because I'll say it, I'll probably get put in timeout. Some people dark and ashy. Check on your dark and ashy friends. That is the undertone. Go ahead.
Don't shut up.
Am I lying? Am I
Not
lying?
in this moment, yes.
Did I lie? Did I lie?
They all have different undertones. So when you create something that doesn't have an undertone to it, it essentially what is essentially has no purpose in it. So ever since that moment, that whole bit of controversy, Euphoria has been trying to save face as much as possible, saying how this foundation is a mixer for other foundations to make it darker. Here's the problem
Girl.
with that. You can't make a foundation darker with
No.
black paint. It's impossible to do that. It
Girl, come
turns
on.
gray.
That's just
No matter
color
what shade it
theory.
is, it doesn't work. So, as of recently, Euphoria has now officially shut down. They are no longer a brand.
She said you can mix it.
And I think they should be, and at this given time where there are so many brands that are trying to break boundaries and
Mhm.
actually be more inclusive with common foundations and everything like that,
Even
and
for
I trust
ashy
and believe
people.
be Yvonne, this is not the time for this.
Good.
Miss High Yellow.
I too have been the victim of ashiness. High yellow can be ashy too. I could throw up some pictures where I look like Cruella Deville. Urban Decay doesn't get your undertone right. That's how I learned about undertones and things like that. But go ahead.
Back to my point. The fact that in this day and age, and in even the last 10 years, there's more and more brands that have become more and more inclusive. And when we mean inclusive, is like is you don't, for me, you don't need to have 150 different, 100 different shades of foundation. Is it helpful? Yeah, but to me, if you have more than 40,
Yeah,
that's still good.
yeah. That's
As
it.
long as
You're
you run the
trying.
gamut of very fair and very deep, you're fine.
Yeah, you're trying.
And there can be some shades in between, like extra ones. And there's sometimes there are shades that aren't really necessary because they're too similar to each other.
Well,
But when
actually,
you
now I will say they are necessary, and here's why. As a light skinned person, this is my summer skin, which I know you're gonna laugh, but my summer skin is different from my winter skin, and
Well,
so
yeah, obviously,
yeah, so sometimes you do need those shades that are minorly different. You know what I mean? To capture where your skin is at that time. So I mean, it. it's not hard to be that diverse, you know?
It's not, which is which is why Euphoria now is just completely done with. This is not the first brand to actually have done this, and surprisingly, this is one of the few brands that's actually still had to shut down, even though other brands in the past have done this before. Too Faced has done it.
I remember Two Face.
There was another brand that did it too. Who's the other brand that did this shit? There was a couple of other brands that out there that really like Too Faced,
Heart shape
Tarte
tape.
Shape Tape, and
Mhm.
everything did that. They did the same thing. They came out with the foundation range that was awful.
Mhm.
Beauty
But they have
Blender at one point did the same exact
Beauty
thing as
Blender.
well.
These people though, they have good PR because Tarte is still doing the PR trips with all the
Well,
influencers.
Tarte got a lot of flack for that PR trip that they spent basically like $2 million per
But
person
they do it
for
every
buy for
year.
no reason.
They do it every year.
So
You can get all the stuff you want.
my
They do it
moment
every
of
year.
the week is
Tarte, hit me up
that
if you're doing a trip next year. I'll wear your shape tape. I'll
I
wear the shit out of your shape tape.
I would happily decline that because I would
Okay, me
refuse to
and
be a part
Star
of a
wear the
brand.
shit. I mean, Star, you in?
Hey, more power to you. If you want to work with that brand, I would rather work with a brand that I know for a fact has at least a level of inclusivity that I can fuck with.
Mhm. Hit me up and but Star Mother, all
I would say
expense
money is the most powerful
all
drug.
expense paid trip. I mean, this year they went to what's the island off of Spain? It looked fun. I was like, oh shit, all expense paid. Looks fun. They've been to Hawaii. They've been everywhere.
I guess the patriarchy just goes out the window when you get
When it's all
once you.
inclusive. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'd be like,
Because that's my debate where it's just like
I would say
my
the patriarchy just flies right
morals,
out the fucking door when she wants something. When she wants
you
something.
said all
Okay.
inclusive drinks too.
my morals,
Like, what's the
all
patriarchy?
expense paid, my morals, two
Now,
million
if you
dollar all
said
expense
economy,
paid.
I got too many. I got my morals are too high for economy.
Oh, but
Business
also
class, that's about where my
but let's also
morals
be clear about
reside.
something as well.
Mm-hmm.
As much as you we're playing around right
Mm-hmm.
now, there's also been a plethora of stories of people of color, women,
Mm-hmm.
who have gone on these trips with Tarte
Yeah,
and all these other
and
brands,
not been
and
treated
they have
fair.
been fucked
Yeah,
over
yeah. No, no, no.
badly.
You're absolutely right. That's an ongoing thing with Tarte. I mean, but even with Korean beauty brands, you have some stories about Black influencers getting fucked over by Korean beauty influencers in favor of white beauty influencers. So I mean,
Yep.
it's a pretty scummy type of situation. But there are a lot of now that Euphoria is gone, there are a lot of small or smaller Black companies. There's ColourPop, which I think is Latino, right? I think they're owned by a Latino lady. There's Juvia's Place. Uh, their
Yes.
palettes are just wonderful. Pat McGrath, if you got the money. Uh, Danessa
There's
Myrick.
plenty of them out there that actually do the job that they
I
are.
just bought some Danessa Myrick, and it's nice. There's a lot of Black owned beauty out there. Beauty Bakery, I believe, is Black owned too.
Yes,
Yeah,
the black owned.
there's just a lot of wonderful Black owned uh, product.
And there's also plenty of brands that actually do
Oh,
foundations and
Fenty, yeah,
and
I got the biggest
cleanses
one,
and
the
everything
juggernaut Fenty.
that go very deep and actually do the job that they're
Rihanna,
supposed to be doing, which is making foundations for ranges for everybody.
I
yes,
think right now
Rihanna
she's
is
That's
advertising her
why
shampoos. The Avon lady
Rihanna.
done got creative. Yep. Because hopeless
Rihanna, I
romantic
will use
society.
any of your products,
well,
girl.
because
All
ever
expense
since Say
paid.
Creek
Hit me up,
ever since
Rihanna.
Say Creek came out, she had to say, "I need to top this."
Right. I mean, Creed is not, but Rihanna hit me up with that Fenty money, girl. I'll wash my
I would
ass
rather go to a
with
Say
your
Creek
stuff.
event with Miss
Just
Tina
send
and
it.
Beyonce walk in rather than go to a trip with Rihanna. I'm sorry.
Put me on the PR, girl. Do not listen to him, girl. If you, like you're actually
We
listening to
can
a girl,
we have three faces. We have three faces for this podcast. That is
right?
three
You
different
go
products
ahead
that
with
can be
Creed.
advertised at any given time.
Rihanna, put me on the PR list, please. Star, who PR list you want to be on?
I'll just give it time. I'll just give it
That
some time.
and that's my
Pat McGrath,
moment.
please
That's
put
all
me
I'm
on
gonna
your
say.
put me on your list, please. Just please. Just
Now,
send me a lipstick,
Yvonne,
girl.
Yvonne, if you want to share your moment, you go right ahead.
Oh well, my moment kind of pales after that, but it was just a moment from where who was the girl that played Sinclair?
Kim Cole,
Kim Cole. She has a podcast with Alexandra Erica Alexander,
Erica Alexander.
And they talk about their times on Living Singles, and I got that right. It was called Living
Yeah.
Single,
Yes,
correct?
living
Yes.
single.
Yes. Yeah.
Back in my day, we called that people. Hmm. Hmm. And it was on that what do you call it? That UPN, that UPN, or was it? I don't. It wasn't UPN. It was one of the
It
stations,
was
but it
on
was
UPN for a while as well. It
okay. It
also
was
was
on
on
UPN.
BET, and
No,
also
it
was
was
on.
Fox,
It
I
was
believe.
Fox. I thought
Weren't
it
they
was Fox
Fox?
when
It
it
got
first
traded
started out.
around. It got traded around.
It got traded
I
around.
think they were Fox.
But anyway, she was on her podcast and she was talking about how she gained weight, and she gained weight throughout the season, and the producers or yeah, the producers kind of were like, okay, if you keep gaining weight, we're gonna have to write it into the story, and we're gonna have to write fat jokes, which I thought was kind of weird. Like, maybe you write in to acknowledge that she's gained weight. I don't know why you would need to do that. You know,
Mm.
um, I can't, I'm racking my brain to kind of figure that out. I don't ever see where, unless you're hinting at the person as being pregnant or something, or some sort of medical issue. But anyway, they were like, well, we're gonna have to start writing fat jokes. And so she was deeply hurt by that, um
Well,
and
the thing that I was kind of finding interesting
can
is
I
that
can I finish what the hell I was
they.
saying?
I'm sorry, but it's like I will let you finish what you're saying,
Mhm.
but I think it's interesting that they felt the need to even emphasize on
Well,
that.
that's what I'm saying. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, why?
But then on the flip side of it, they also always emphasize on the fact that Regine wore wigs.
Yeah, did they though? She just, I don't.
They did. That was at least a joke every season. There was at least a few jokes in there about Regine wearing wigs. Maybe not insulting her and talking about how she had no hair, but like the first season when they went to the club, she was like, "Now I got my ponytail on, I got my whip action." Like she kept switching hair. Like it was just like it was saying like, "Oh, Regine wear wigs." Like it was emphasizing that she did. It wasn't making fun of it, but it emphasized that she did.
I guess. But a couple of things. So Queen Latifah, the lead, was not a small woman.
Hmm.
Nope.
So if you were to start fat jokes about one, I don't know how you would get away with not bringing up the obvious about the other. And
Well, I
I
think.
get the sense that that just wasn't going to happen, which rightly so.
Well, no, Queen was definitely not going to let that happen,
Right.
no matter
And that
how
shouldn't
well
have
said it
been. I
was.
agree with that.
I
So,
think that the difference between Queen and Kim, and with all respect, Kim did start off very small in the first season,
right.
and by the last season, she was bigger.
Right.
So with Queen, she was more so
But
consistent in size throughout the whole
I don't
thing.
see how you could
I understand what you're
write a
saying, but it's
fat
just like,
joke with a fat person standing there about somebody who gained. It just doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, I love the show, but even I would have been like, okay, girl, what you laughing at? Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, there's not, So I don't know. It just didn't register to me. You could acknowledge that she gained weight. You could have even made it an episode, like, hey, the realities of gaining weight. You know what I mean? But to the way she said that they were going to do it was they were going to start writing fat jokes. That didn't make any sense. When you already have a character, or already had a character who was pretty much on the plus size side anyway. You know what I mean? But the broader point that I liked was when Erica said, "We're not going to read those jokes," and Queen shut that down. Queen Latifah was like, "No, we're not doing that." And I like that
no.
community. I like that solidarity, and them saying, "No, I'm not going to embarrass my coworker, my friend." Like, you know what I mean? And as much as we play around and all this stuff, no, I would not take an endorsement from a company that had horrendous, uh,
Well, not only that, like the show never emphasized on body types in the first place. The only time they ever really did that was when Regine needed to get a breast reduction, and
right.
that was really like the only inkling that they ever did that.
And that was more like a medical thing, like where she was talking about her back hurts, and you
Oh,
know what I mean. Like, I don't know. I just, to me, I don't doubt that it happened. Because for some reason I do remember during that time there was some talk or something like that, about her weight and da 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 da. So I don't doubt that it happened, but it just strikes me, now, like, what, 30 some odd years later, it's just odd. But
well, you're also talking about old white men sitting in a boardroom talking about
a
their
young
specific.
black woman's body,
Yeah.
And
like
also,
like the
that was a
comment.
time. Oh, go ahead. I won't
No, go
interrupt
ahead.
you.
No, 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 no. It was a time.
It was a time more so when like fat jokes were more prominent, where people were going to talk about people's weight or people's skin color. Now, Living Single may not necessarily have done all those digs, but I'm not surprised that the writers weren't above thinking about making those digs.
Mm. Yeah, that's true
Because
because
some
when you
people, oh, sorry.
no, go ahead, no, no.
I was just going to say it's just like, actually, no, I forgot my point. Go ahead.
Oh no, well, I was gonna say, in thinking about it, like Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Uncle Phil, you
Mm.
know, they always made fat jokes about Uncle Phil, or the Fresh Prince did,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not to say that it was right or anything like that, but
But it started. I know it started that way though.
it
Like
start
the show
right. It
started
started
Mm.
from
from
the
day
beginning.
one, right?
Kim wasn't fat the first season, so
Mhm.
like in their mind, she's like, why is she gaining weight? She was just this thin little petite thing, but it's also like she's also someone who's probably 30 to 40 by the end of that show. So it's like they're gonna gain weight. Like
I
who
didn't think
gives
she
a
was
fuck?
that
You know
old.
what
But
I
this
mean?
was also during the time when anorexia was still the big news.
Right.
Because like that didn't really change until around 2005, 2006, when certain countries started outlawing like being able to see models' rib cages in like
Hmm.
published magazines
Yeah. And then
because they're.
if you think about the comparison of Living Singles to Friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the girls on Friends were all rail thin, right? They were
Mm-hmm.
that
Hmm.
aesthetic. And that's always the comparison that people have when they do the Living Singles. They always compare it to Friends, which is so unfortunate because they were
Well,
before
no, well,
Friends.
let's reverse that statement. They compare Friends to Living
Yeah,
Single.
correct. Thank you.
There wouldn't be a Friends if there wasn't a Living Single.
Correct. And that's the
And a lot of
Friends,
people love to pretend like that did not is not what happened, but like yes, it
right.
has though.
Living Singles was the starter for that Friends thing. It didn't run as long as Friends, of course, but
But it also but then this also makes me wonder, like, did they tell that to uh, did they tell that to like Florence on the Jeffersons
probably,
or Florida in Good Times, or
probably,
did they say that to the mother and What's Happening? Like, did they like? I
probably.
mean, granted, we would never know these stories
I
because
know they
Florence
said it
passed
to
away.
Thelma from Good Times. I remember that was the issue because you remember Thelma was when she was, the daughter. She was in shape, and
Yeah.
I do remember them. Somebody having that. I don't know if like it was
And,
discussion, but
I mean, we could even jump a little forward ahead, like when Tisha Martin Campbell on My Wife and Kids, when she came
mm,
back, and I was assuming she was pregnant during this time, and she had came back after giving birth to her son,
mm-hmm,
and they made an emphasis on the fact that she gained weight
mm-hmm.
the entire episode, and I'm just wondering, is like, were you okay with them doing this, or was it like a
Like the,
you had a baby, we
Well,
have to point this out somehow because it doesn't make any sense that you leave to go be with your mother and you come back and you're just like
but
like 10 a size bigger or something like that.
but like, have you heard the story about how she got that role? Because she wasn't supposed to even be on the set, or she wasn't even supposed to be auditioning for it.
hmm, no,
So, and it's just like it's the Wayans brothers who have never really been against humiliating anybody. Like anybody could be the punchline. They never have
yeah,
necessarily cared
Mhm.
about who the punchline is targeting and how it may or may not affect them. So
yeah,
that's the reason why it's just like I think that's what I was trying to say earlier before I forgot my point. It more so is the fact that like a lot of these writers, especially during that time frame, were not above making somebody the punchline just because a new target appeared. Well, we can capitalize off of it. Might as well go
yeah,
ahead for it.
yeah,
Especially when it came to women, because it's just like, oh, you're an even easier target because like people love to make fun of like the regular woman who's just minding her business, and all of a sudden now it's just like she's no longer perceived as attractive to the male gaze, or even if she is attractive to the male gaze, like maybe she's got a bad attitude, or maybe
mhm.
she's
But then again, they
stupid.
also had Junior, who also got made fun of for the shape of his head most of the damn time. So,
Who?
and also how his son Junior,
Mm.
Oh yeah, Junior
I'm
definitely got.
and then
really surprised
and
that
then
Raven Simone didn't get a lot of flack because she was chubby during That's
Oh
So
no,
Raven.
no, she did.
oh no
She
no
got
no
a
she
hell of a
did.
lot. She's
Yeah,
talked
She
about it.
did, especially like Cheer Girls too. Like I'm pretty sure
yeah,
she got a
because she
lot of
was the
shit.
chubbiest one with the Cheetah Girls.
But the bitch still danced in heels.
She did. She did, but
Still
I'm
still danced
surprised.
in heels.
Like, did they not focus on her weight or make? I didn't really
No.
watch
Well,
any of
you
those
can
movies
just
or anything
watching
like
that
that.
film. They never brought it up, but watching Cheetah Girls 2, you can obviously tell like the production of that was like Raven's gotten bigger, so we're just gonna give her these terrible ass outfits because we can't fit a girl this size in
I
them.
think I remember that her outfits were very mature,
Matronly,
yeah,
like
in
there was like
comparison to the
one
other
outfit
girls, and
where
it's
she
like,
wore
hmm.
there was one outfit she wore. It was like a red like
I think I
not
saw that at
a
the
pool
Lane
skirt
Bryant
ish.
girl.
It was like there was like maybe like two outfits in that entire movie where I'm like, oh, they actually gave Raven something good to wear. But like most of the time, I'm like, why is she dressed like she's in the bargain bin at like the fat farm? Like why
Why
are
is
you
she
dressing her
dressing like
like
she
this?
at the
Like
Lane
every girl
Bryant?
has on like, but every girl over here has on cute jeans,
Mhm,
this and a cute top, this,
mhm,
but she's in this.
mhm.
But and
Like the
then
first outfit she wear when they go to Spain is her in a hoodie, a t-shirt, uh, capri shorts, and then and then knee high fucking leather boots.
I mean,
Cover your ass.
during That's So
Cover your good
Raven,
ass.
they definitely did acknowledge the whole plus size thing a little bit, but when it came to the movie, they didn't care as much.
I mean, I think,
because Raven had talent to back all that up because she could outdo all of these.
yeah, and
Yeah.
at a certain point, I think people's perceptions have changed, a bit. People still will, kind of have it out for fat people, but it's not as okay to have those types of jokes, male or female. You know what I mean? Like, I think people are
Hmm.
understanding that that's just not okay. I don't know.
All right, well,
I thought it was a moment. It was a
that's
nice moment. I
we
thought
live
the
and
makeup thing was a nice moment. I thought it was pretty good.
well. Let's get on to the Reddit story so we can close this out.
All right. Do you
She's
want me
so
to
quick to
read
get rid of
it?
us.
I
Yes,
know.
please.
We're just having fun, living our life. Just,
Would you like to read it?
sure, I can read it. So
Okay,
this one doesn't have like an ending or anything. So for me to read it, I can't see your faces. So
that's fine.
I won't be able to get your vibe off of this. But this is in the late bloomers lesbian category. So it's
Ooh.
like, hmm I feel like my wife might be gay and in denial. Hey,
Ah.
ladies, hoping to get some advice on how to approach the situation. My wife and I have been together for 15 years, married for 9. We met super young, dated on and off in our late teens, early 20s, and started dating seriously in our last year of college. That eventually led to marriage. We have our ups and downs, particularly sexually, but are a true form of best friends. In full disclosure, we have a semi open relationship. We don't particularly, I'm sorry, we don't have sex with other people, but we don't consider anything less than oral sex as cheating. Yeah, we don't consider anything less than oral sex cheating. That being said, we don't engage with other people often. About a year ago, my wife told me she didn't want penetrative sex anymore. She did offer me the opportunity to sleep with other people if I wished at the time. I didn't take her up on that though. It just didn't feel right. However, I did end up getting some attention from a guy and I was pretty seriously into it. Led me to question my sexuality and I'm still not sure how to define myself other than not straight. I'm still working through it and I'm not sure what to do. If anything, with this new discovery of myself, or what to do with anything of this new discovery of myself. But going through this process has made me see things in my wife's behavior that are setting off alarm bells that she might not be straight either and could possibly even be a lesbian. I've said I've asked her point blank recently if she likes women, and she sort of rolled her eyes at me and said she's not into threesomes and changed the subject. For the record, I'm not looking for a threesome, but anyway, here's my evidence. One, she asked not to have penetrative sex anymore. She only wants me to give her oral. I'm not the biggest fan of giving oral or receiving oral either, and she knows that. Two, she got into an argument with a close friend and behaved like it was a breakup. Sobbed for days. Had other friends consoling her. 3. I cross dressed as a female character for Halloween. Cross dressing isn't my jam, but can be fun for costumes, etc. Not a sexual interest of mine whatsoever, but she seemed to be super into it. She was referring to me as her wife all night. Once she got drunk, she kept telling me how sexy I looked. 4. She slept with a girl in college. She claims it was a one-time thing and wouldn't do it again. She never talks about it unless she's drunk. 5. She seems to gush over hot girls more than other women I know. Sometimes she notices girls more than I do. which I'm honestly not sure if that says more her about her or me. 6. A few months ago, a very attractive butch lesbian bartender, she literally had the words butch and dyke tattooed on her, was flirting with my wife. My wife definitely seemed to be flirting back. I called it out, and she was like, "Ugh, yeah, she's cute, but I'm strictly dickly," which is weird because she doesn't want to be penetrated. Okay. So I have no idea if I am. That last part I added myself because whatever. So I have no idea if I'm projecting my sexual confusion insecurities on my wife, or if she might actually be repressing the fact that she's gay. What are your thoughts, ladies? Also, she is super close minded about bisexuality. She has made a lot of biphobic comments to me over the years, like being bi isn't real, bi people just have to pick one, you don't get the best of both worlds, that's not fair. Many others, you get the point. If she's actually gay, I want to know. I would honestly be her biggest cheerleader. It would definitely suck to lose her as a wife, but I think we would still stay close friends. I mean, it almost feels like that's what we are right now, anyways. Any advice on how to talk to her? I don't even have the balls to talk to her about my own sexual identity issues. That's
I think they
Has
both
any
need to come out the closet.
has
that's
anybody ever seen I'm a cheerleader? Because this is giving
Mhm.
very
That is
I'm a
very much this movie.
That's
cheerleader
That's
vibes.
when RuPaul made a guest
It's
appearance
very much that
as the
movie.
camp coach or something, the
Yes,
conversion camp coach. Yeah,
yes.
long time
It's
ago.
very much that movie.
Like this is giving very much where it's just like she may be all the way in it, but she can't even
And
conceptualize that she's in it.
and then
That's what it
then
sounds
then,
like.
then there's a guy who plays Zuko is this in its movie too.
Yes.
And Eddie Redmayne, which is like I think that's his name, which is like Leah.
Yeah, I remember it vaguely. I just remember the camp, the conversion camp, and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. I mean, it's kind of
Uh,
hard to figure out her sexuality, sir, if you're still figuring out your own.
yeah, like that part also is like a curveball in it too. Like it sounds like he's also trying to figure out his own sexuality in a sense. Honestly, I think they both need to have one really hard conversation with each other and just say, "Look, I think they listen. They can still be married to each other. They've been together this long. If they want to get a divorce, they're more than welcome to. But I think they still want to be together as a couple, just not as a couple in the sense of romantically,
Like a
but just as a
sexual,
couple as
yeah, like it doesn't sound like it
like
doesn't
not sexually, maybe romantically in some ways, but like more so like platonic
cuddling and
romance, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
that emotional
but like it's
intimacy.
very clear like both of them want like not both of them want, but like both of them clearly have an inkling for like she clearly wants to dip her toe back into the lady pool, and he clearly wants to get dip his toe into the man pool again. I think that they both are really struggling with it, and they just don't know how to talk about it.
I I would definitely want to sit down with her and kind of unpack the biphobic comments she meant with the you have to pick a side. It's one or the other. It's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
Why
So
does
what's not fair about
Sounds
it?
very
yes,
conversion.
that's the
Camp
thing. That's
conversion, doesn't
Like,
it?
I don't understand
like
what's the
that's
unfair part about
that
it.
was the
Going with
biggest
somebody
red
who's posed
flag
as a
for
bisexual person.
yeah, like that's where the real like hey, we should probably unpack that last comment thing because what do you mean it's not fair?
Do you think it's un? No, I can't even explain. Like, I don't understand. Like, what's the unfair part about this?
Like section like they get both options that they get to play both sides of the fence because to say it's unfair means that there might be
But
some envy there. There might be some
It-
but then
jealousy
you're
or
also
envy.
but then you also say that you have a semi-open relationship. You can, by definition, say that that's unfair too, because you're both
right.
in a relationship, and you're tagging people along in a situation that they may not know, even be privy to.
And in the semi-open relationship, are you each aware that the other may have delved with the same sex? Like, is she aware that you had this bit of a relationship with this other guy, and that made you
Probably not because
question?
of her whole biphobia.
That's true.
And also, like the whole like only if it's oral. Like, are y'all giving oral or
No, no,
you're
no.
receiving
Right.
oral? It's not like she receives oral, but it's not like he also receives as well. But they never said specifically by who.
Well, he
No,
said he doesn't like to give it or receive it,
yes, like
So
he
then
said
what? So
she wants to receive it if he wants to have sex, but
and
she does not want to
that's the only
actually.
sex. She doesn't want to be penetrated, and he doesn't
so
like to
then
give oral sex or receive it.
so then he's not doing the part of this relationship. This whole relationship makes no sense now.
Right. She. It seems
It
like
really
she. To
don't.
me, if she knows that you like penetrative sex and she says, I want all sex but penetrative sex, to me that tells me I don't want a physical relationship with you. Does that make
It
sense what I'm saying?
yes,
Yeah,
it
like she just
sounds
wants an
like
emotional one. I
you
think that's fine, but still.
no if well, I don't disagree. It's more so I hear that and I'm like, so you guys are growing apart in certain aspects because it's not
We would
necessarily like they've
see.
outgrown each other or something like that, but it's just like a relationship is two people trying to grow together and trying to like
Mhm.
keep you give up the eyes for the we's. You do for
Mhm.
the benefit of us, not the benefit of I so much. And it's just like the decision to say that I don't want penetrative sex and you know your partner doesn't prefer oral sex means that you have given up a we for an I,
Right.
and that's going to lead to a divergent path because either there's just
Right.
not really any way that this can work. There has to be some kind of concession, and there isn't a concession if he doesn't like
Right.
oral.
It's like having a baby. One partner wants a baby, one partner doesn't. There's no halvesies on that. There's no let's split this baby in half. There is no compromise.
But
You
she
know,
also said if you're willing to have sex with other people, then do what you need to
yeah.
do. So it's just kind of like,
But
hey,
that's not what he. But
that's not what
I
he wants.
that's the thing I don't understand.
It
That's not the
sounds like he
relationship that
wants
he wants, though.
the relationship. He still wants that relationship with his wife, but she's
He
like,
wants his wife to
do
partake
what
in
you
it, so that
want,
way it feels like they're both doing it together, like
I
as an
I
agreement.
wouldn't
Like,
but
I
she
wouldn't
doesn't
say
want a
that,
threesome. She doesn't want a threesome.
yeah.
but
So
Oh,
I
it kind
like
of makes me
how
wonder, like, what have y'all been doing these last
I
15
don't.
years? Like, run me through
I
your
would actually.
day.
I would actually question something much more. I was like, why did you two get married in the first
Could
place?
be convenience.
Like, what drove you two to stay together for 15 years? Not
Could
only
be two
that,
gay
but
people got
also,
together out of convenience.
but not
two
only
gay
that,
people
like,
got together looking for traits in each other that they found attractive in the opposite sex.
Boom. And
Like them,
there you have your nice little lavender marriage, people.
they didn't mean to do it on purpose. It just worked out that
I
way.
wonder how old they are.
I
Well,
get a sense that they're probably like millennials, like older millennials, like maybe late 40s. Because the reason why I say that is usually things become a little more clear once you hit like the post nut stage of life. When you're like in your like
But
mid 30s
I
to
think they're
40s, you're
late
like,
30s.
huh?
I think they're late
Yeah, that's
30s
what I'm
because
saying. Older
they still go out
millennials,
to they still go out to bars and everything like that. So they still have a social life. They're not just like sitting at
right?
home not doing shit. So clearly they still go out and interact.
Right.
I'm
It,
also curious to know why did she sob when she ended when a friendship ended and every. I mean, granted that's just like a
it
friendship,
depends
well,
on the quality of the
yeah,
friendships you
right.
make.
and how long you've been friends and
Right.
everything
I've
like that.
had
So yeah, that makes sense.
friends,
But
female friends, where it ended or ended badly. And it did feel like a breakup. It felt, like I'm never
yeah,
going to talk to
yeah,
that
that
person
makes
again.
sense. I don't
That's the
I don't
least strange out of all of it.
Yeah, that
Like,
one's just mourning the
yeah.
relationship, but
hmm
maybe it wasn't that long. Maybe it was fairly recent, but even then, it could
and
be
what's
very
with her
intense.
whole now the one I identified with him dressing in the Halloween costume, and she got really excited about that. I'm like,
Of course, that's the part you liked.
maybe she wants more of a feminized man.
Yes, like I said, like it could be one of those things where you looked for certain traits from the opposite sex that you're interested in the same sex. You didn't put two and two together.
Right.
I'm curious to know if he started being more feminine, not necessarily dressing as a woman, but more effeminate in certain
Could
aspects, like
be.
wearing certain clothing that's not like directly like, oh, you're putting on a skirt and a bustier, like you're actually like
Or
wearing more
just
effeminate style clothing and like shit like that.
or
Would
just
she find that more attractive at her husband, or would she still want him to just dress full on like a woman?
or it also could be that he dropped a lot of that toxic or that masculine performative stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just fell more into who his true nature is, and that was attractive in more of a gentle sort of I hate to say
Or
feminine, but a more gentle way.
or maybe he put on a feminine performance.
Maybe.
Now, this isn't like me just trying to. It's just like one of those things where it's just like, how deep did you go into the cross dress, like in
Right.
terms of the performance of it, or was it just it's just me in a dress? It's just me
With
in
a
a dress.
big
That's it.
booty, big booty Judy in a
Which
dress.
then would be like, okay, then so if that were the case where it's just him in a dress, then that means it's the appearance with the personality that did everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like knee deep in the passenger seat and you're eating her out. Is it still casual now?
Mm.
Like, were you in the dress, or were you acting feminine, or were you just acting like your straight old man self? And this is in a dress. Like, I just
But let's not forget, she was introducing him as her wife, that she
Life.
enjoyed doing that. So
So
this
it's
this
just like,
tells me that this is a woman that might be a little more dominant in her role. She might see herself as more of that quote unquote masculine energy, the protector. And even the way it's written, it seems to me she's written more as the less touchy feely,
I'm
caring
I
type.
wonder how she would
Like
feel about
all right.
pegging.
That's what I was just about to ask.
I
I wonder if
know
she would love to
somebody
peg
should
her
have came
husband.
back and said,
I think if that got propositioned,
like,
I'm pretty
I'm
sure she
not
would
interested
change
in
her whole
penetrative
tune.
sex for myself.
I'm pretty sure if that would came up in conversation, she'll be like, "I'll try that." Like,
Yeah, like
I
that would.
I think
I believe she's already tried that.
I don't think I think she it might be still bisexual, but I think her nature is like you say, Yvonne. She's probably more masculine, and she wants
Mhm,
to be in control of situations,
mhm, sexually in
and she
control.
likes to have the dominant nature. And I think if she pegged her husband, she actually have the marriage she's always
And
wanted.
I get the sense that he might enjoy that, but it confuses him that he enjoys that. His experience with the man, and
Mm,
now my wife wanting to move into this. What's going on? Am I gay? What's happening? Am I gay here? Is this,
eh.
and you're
Yeah,
coming to
some
That's a whole
people.
nother
lesbians.
conversation.
You're coming to lesbians who are like, dude, you're just gay. Just let her
That's a
peg
whole
that
nother
ass, and
conversation,
let's
bro.
just go on with life, there, friend.
But yeah, I think if they had the pegging conversation, that would probably open the floodgates
Change
of
a
what
lot.
is actually happening in their relationship. Because
Yeah.
that would ultimately
Uh-huh.
be like, if she's willing to peg you, but isn't willing to do penetrative sex where she is penetrated, that kind of tells you everything you need to know now.
That
It's just
she's
like,
given top energy. She is a top. She's the
yes, and it's
top,
just
and she
like she
sees you
doesn't.
as the bottom. As to put it into the, I hate those kinds of terms, but that's the energy it gives me.
No, but it's just it is what it looks like. That's a relationship, though.
Let
But
me
we
ask you
can't
this
tell.
question: would either one of
Yeah,
you go for that type of lavender relationship?
no,
Well, I identify as
it's a waste of mine.
pansexual,
It's a waste of
so and my type is masculine. Like my first love was a tomboy who I
Ooh.
did not know the gender of for about a good 12 years of my life,
Aren't
and I've
tomboys the cutest little thing?
huh?
I said, aren't
Yes,
tomboys the cutest little things?
yes. So
I
that
hate a
made it
trans man when
extremely hard. So like when it comes to me defining my sexuality, it's just like, yeah, I'm just attracted to the masculine presentation of a person. Like
Mhm.
there's just nothing I
I
can
think
do
yeah,
about it. It's not mask for
kind of
mask,
close to
but it's
that.
just like when I look at you, I need to be able to basically like there should be a little bit of fluidity. I can
Mhm.
deal with a man who's in the middle of the spectrum, and I can deal with a woman who is either in the middle or all the way towards the masculine. But I don't
Mhm.
necessarily find myself all that attracted to feminine energy.
Well, there's a lot of feminine men who have been in relationships with masculine women, so
And
that's
there's
just
not,
how
and
it
you know
is.
what, there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're comfortable with that. It seems like,
Mm-hmm.
I think that the issue is, well, I think the issue is with her also, and like you said, Ken, communication. I think they need to
Hmm.
communicate with each other about what,
They need to have a long conversation
right, and probably they need to have a long conversation with a marriage counselor and a therapist, to kind of unpack a lot of,
and a sex therapist would hurt too.
a sex
Probably a sex
therapist.
therapist might be the fastest one to kind of get us where we need to go.
I think they need a couple therapists and a sex therapist.
Yeah, and
Well, usually
probably
a sex.
individual.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, no, no,
I mean, yes, they both can be the same thing, but
go
like
ahead.
No, I was going to say it's more so like usually sex therapists usually are pretty good with couples counseling because they're kind of together with each other. So it's just like you might only need
yeah,
one, but I think somebody with a specialization in sex therapy might get
Hmm.
us to the goal point a lot faster.
Yeah.
like what do you both want?
And
Yeah.
I do think they both probably need their own individualized therapy, especially him, because he's starting to have a lot of questions about himself. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know where his comfort, it doesn't seem like he's comfortable because he didn't come out and just say, I'm bisexual. He's
No,
like,
because
I'm
his
still
wife is
like, I'm in my
biphobic.
head about this. Well, yeah, because his wife is biphobic. But I mean, dude, you had a relationship with a man, you enjoyed it.
or
you
maybe
still
he
want a
enjoyed the
relationship
idea of
with your
being.
wife.
I don't know
You're,
if he had a relationship with him. I think he was like the idea that the guy was coming on to him. He was flirting with him. Maybe he liked
I
what
read
was
that as
being
they had some sort
given.
of relationship. Like he
I feel
actually
like he
had.
liked the energy more so than just a full relationship.
I
I
looked at
mean,
it from the space of it went on longer than what would have just been a joke,
Yeah,
if that
are we
makes
talking about the
sense.
relationship or the dressing?
No, no, no. We're talking about when he started interacting with a man and he didn't know how he felt. Like he was still
Mm,
unpacking how he felt about that. He
mm-hmm,
just knows
mm-hmm,
like
yeah.
it's no
It was,
longer
I don't know
straight.
how to handle this.
I think
mm-hmm,
that kind of from when I heard that, I kind of interpreted it as like I don't know if it was a full on thing, but it definitely went
mm-hmm.
on longer than what would have normally been a joke for him. Where it's just like, hey,
It's stuck.
yeah, this thing kind of left an imprint,
Like it
so
tingles.
I may need to go ahead and just kind of like unpack this. But
Mhm.
he can't really unpack that when I
His
wouldn't
wife is
say he's in a healthy
biphobic.
space to unpack that when he's got
I
his
think
wife
they're
the way it
both.
is.
You know what they didn't
I
say
think they're both
though?
repressed.
He said his wife is biphobic. He never said his wife is homophobic.
Yes,
His wife is
she
Mhm.
just doesn't like the idea of the duality,
she
but not.
likes it, or she's not like she likes, but she looks at it in binary. Either you are or you aren't. It's not
Hmm. You
fair.
pick. You pick a team. You pick one. But
Which
he didn't. He didn't say anything about her being
I've,
homophobic.
I've almost said that to somebody because just because of their actions and behaviors, but I'll leave that off the
Are
we're
table.
you being
gonna
bi? You're being biphobic. Why are
we're
you being
towards a
biphobic?
specific person, but we're not going to talk about that right now because that's going to derail us. Um,
Well,
I
oh wait,
definitely
wait. You could talk about one person, the quote unquote fairy, all the time, but then this now you
We
have.
actually haven't talked about LaShawn in a hot
I
minute.
know,
we
but
made it an
now
hour and 21 minutes.
right, but now there's oh no, we shouldn't bring that person
No, no,
in
no. I
because
don't mind talking about their business. I really don't. I just don't want to do it right now because I feel
go
like this
ahead. I
conversation is
don't.
more important.
You know how I feel. I don't like to bring anybody's personal business into nothing. So go ahead.
But
Go ahead, Star Mike.
I was just gonna say it's just like that language is extremely pointed, and it
Mhm.
feels like this had to develop from somewhere. Like this doesn't. When she said she
Mhm.
experimented with that girl that one time, maybe it might be
It's
some
horrible.
I
scars from
wonder how she
that.
felt after that.
Hmm?
I
Maybe,
wonder how she felt after that.
or maybe it was just like she was drunk and then she woke up and it was just like, oh yeah, no, I'm only like that when I'm like drunk. And that brings
Or
me to
maybe she got her
question,
heart broken by that
Well,
one
a
girl.
drunk.
yeah,
What's how the saying go? A drunken mind tells a sober truth.
yes. And I do know of a lot of lesbians who don't like bisexual women, not just because like they choose one side or the other, but it's more so like they don't want to be a placeholder.
I was going to say that. So I was in a lesbian relationship, and the girl very much had that feeling that I was going to be flip flopping between men and women, and because I am bisexual, and I remember her. We were doing something, and she was like, "And dating men age you." Like she was giving me all the reasons why being with a man is and
Probably
now
like, honey, the human race ages you.
huh?
Probably like the human race ages you.
But she's
That's
right.
Yeah,
the
Being with a
yeah.
man
thing.
will age you.
Either way,
It'll
either
drain
fucking
you.
way,
But
you can age by anything.
I do remember her having that emotion or that feeling that I don't want to be a placeholder for you till you find some dude, and I could
Is,
imagine, yeah, that would be shitty.
have you read The Color Purple?
A long time ago.
Okay, well, I read it pretty regularly, like almost every other year.
Oh,
I
see,
love it. I love The Color
sweet. That's
Purple.
sweet. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But for any person who has read it, it's giving very much, or if you've seen the play, it's giving very much like that scene between, damn it,
Um
Suge
Shug,
and
no,
yeah,
yeah.
and Celie.
Suge and
Um
Celie for the last time, where it's just like just to get it out of my system, and it's just like, ooh, but you know how I feel. You know that I don't have anyone else. All I want is you, and it's just like
mhm,
you know
yeah.
what kind of person I am. I just need to get this out of my system. And she never got it out of her system. She was with that
Mhm,
man till the day she died.
yeah.
Well, at
Well,
least from what I read from, well, how I interpreted the book. But still,
and I mean, some people see relationships, and that could be what's going on here. The comfort of a relationship, the comfort of a heteronormative relationship. the whole purpose of lavender marriages. It provides us cover, and we get to do what we want to do and how we want to do it. The unfortunate thing is, we haven't talked about it, so we really haven't set out those roles and everything. But I mean, the open marriage, the not wanting this type of, to me, this is spelling two people who maybe sexually, like you said, are gay, and
Mm-hmm.
somehow kind of found each other and have been very comfortable with each other because, in each other, they do see those qualities that they do like. But now, like you said, they're older millennials and maybe they're looking at it you know what? I kind of want this. And maybe she does crave more of a feminine
Mm-hmm.
presenting relationship, and that there are women that crave more feminine presenting males. I myself, I've been in a lot of female led relationships. I absolutely love that. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when I find men that crave that sort of thing, and it sounds like this guy could be, because he seems to still be very much in love with her. Like he could crave that feminine sort of relationship. It doesn't sound like his ego's threatened. Like, I'm the man, I've got to lead, and blah blah blah. And the Bible says, you know,
Maybe he wants. I, mean, I wonder if he was for being more submissive with her when it comes to this
yeah.
relationship in general.
I bet you, like
So
you said, if somebody made the suggestion, hey, why don't you just change up the roles a little? What's that Ariana Grande song?
change the position, switching the
Change the
position,
switch
switching the
positions.
positions for you.
Go ahead, hit it again.
Switching the positions for you.
All right. Final thoughts on this.
What I think,
um,
that's my final thoughts. Ariana
yeah,
Grande, hit it again.
my final thought is maybe bring up pegging and have a sex
have
therapist start depacking some of this
have
stuff.
have a conversation. Talk to a therapist. Take a couple of shots of tequila and get it over with.
You're so romantic.
Thank you. All it takes is gummy bears and ice cream from me.
You want ice cream?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Do y'all
what
have
if they
sex
bring.
with food?
No, ew. No. The fuck.
Oh,
I
all
sorry.
the
haven't.
crevices I all the crevices I got. I am not trying to get
Have
something stuck in
somebody,
between either one of them.
have somebody lick all that honey out of those crevices.
I roll over and next thing you know, I got a fucking gummy bear stuck in the back fat. Now I'm
Well,
good.
you want to put a tarp
Anyway,
down. You don't want to just like
a tarp down. Shut up.
Star Mother. You're a little skinny thing. You don't have that many crevices.
She ain't
Girl,
that
you
skinny.
have been wearing a bustier. What were you wearing to like?
You haven't you haven't seen Star Mother from the waist down. She is not a skinny thing, girl.
I mean, but she doesn't strike me as like somebody with a lot of crevices. Like,
That ass waddles.
okay, so it's jiggly, but it's not like,
No,
I don't
it's
think
more
she
than
got
jiggly.
titties.
It's
Like, you got
No, well,
titties.
I
girl.
got a nice little A cup right now. That's all.
Girl.
Okay, but you know what I
Girl.
mean. Like,
All right.
like
No, yeah, I
Nico's
ain't got no big like you get.
Nico's yeah, like Nico's got those kind of titties that you would lift up and like a maraschino cherry would fall out from underneath. Like, that's where that was.
Let's not get too much better. All
Oh,
right.
that was a
Let's wrap
stray.
this up.
That was a
Let's
stray.
let's wrap this episode up. I have to go
No,
to
he
bed.
got
I'm
titties like
sorry.
that. That's his career. Ain't
This
nothing
episode
wrong
is going to
with
be a bit
titties like
rough.
that.
This episode is going to be a bit rough, and I'm going to try to edit it at my best.
Do edit. You always do your best. Believe in the parts, the good parts, like the titty parts.
Do
I have
you
to go to
take
sleep
anything
because
out?
No, we don't ever. That's what I'm saying. Edit.
Exactly.
no, because
You just
no,
upload.
because when is this because editing this version of it is way different than the other one. This
Gotcha.
one is like I have to put three different things,
Gotcha.
each one
Well,
of our own individual cameras to
if
put
you ever
together.
trust me, I could edit it, but you don't trust people.
Don't worry, you'll have this powers eventually.
Okay. Well, you know the title that I gave you for our little podcast.
Oh, and one other thing, I'm going to make this announcement now,
Okay.
so that way people
What is the
know.
new order now?
After no, shut up. After our next episode, we will be taking a break for September because I will be sort of looking for. I would not be available to do any episodes because I will be recovering from a surgery that I'm having.
Okay, that's understandable.
So
In
for the
October,
month,
I'm gonna be doing some slow travel, so I'm still willing to do the episodes in October, but from
so
some
yeah, we'll
destination.
Basically, like
so
me when I
yes,
was in
we'll
Guam.
Yes.
Go get
so
that
we
potato.
will be So yeah, we'll
You
be
want us
after
to
the
come
next
up
one. We
and
will be
visit
off
you
for a
as you
while.
recover, as you recuperate?
No, please.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, you said
Shoot,
it.
people pay a lot of money for us to come and help them recuperate in person. Bring you some cigarettes. Some...
I'm closing this shit out. Thank you all. Thank you for everybody for watching this. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The next episode will be a live stream, so join us that
Is
Friday
it
at
going to
8
be
p.m.
Star's
I will
Choice?
post it and everything.
Is it going to be Star's Choice the next episode?
Yes, it will
Oh,
be.
it's my time again. All
Yeah.
right.
I know it
Yeah,
kind of
it
catches you
is.
off guard, so think it up, girl.
I think I could probably get a guest on, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, okay.
I would
Let
Okay.
me think
request
about
to
like,
have Mr. Big Man.
Who's Mr. Big Man?
oh,
Dang it! Why is his name escaping me now? I can see his face, but I can't remember his name.
oh,
He likes to fist
Man.
people.
oh, I already asked him.
Who's
He
Mr.
can't do
Big
it.
Man that likes to fist people?
CKC,
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
let's have CKC on.
he can't do it.
Why? Why? Legal reasons?
He
Why do I act like that?
it wasn't what she said. It's the face that
Yeah,
she made
I was
when
like,
she
why you
said
always do that?
it.
What?
It
Legal
wasn't what she
reasons?
said.
Who's suing my man?
Like, huh?
Partly because of my Botox, I can't make certain faces.
So quiet. Please like, comment, and
That's my
subscribe.
disability. Thank you.
I'm going to bed. I hate the both of you all so much. Good night, everybody. Oh my God. You two hyenas say goodbye. Please leave.
I love the last minutes of every episode. It's like total chaos.
Oh, Jesus.